Hello, how is everybody today? Perfect. My thing is live. Awesome. I'm feeling kind of a little bit under the weather, so I don't think my reading sprints will be as long as normal. But I still wanted to hop on here and get some reading done today or tonight. I have two different reading choices, so I'll go into that in a second. But I'm drinking kind of my homemade version of Starbucks Medicine Ball or the Cold Buster, which is basically steamed lemonade with jade citrus mint tea and what is it? Peach Tranquility, I think. I have them over there. You can get them at Target. So you basically do half lemonade, half water, and then you steep it with those tea bags. So it's really good for sore throats. You can add honey if you want, but yeah. So that's a little update from me. Kind of wait a few minutes, not a few whole minutes, but a second while people join. Want to make sure it's working fine. Okay. Thank you. The drink is really, really good. I actually discovered it in college because one of my friends told me that Starbucks had this drink that was really good if you had colds. And so I was like, ooh, you have to tell me about that. Because in college, I started getting way more allergies than normal. I don't know why, but I would get cold symptoms. And so I started getting this drink. And it's kind of expensive. Like Starbucks drinks are kind of expensive in general. So I was like, I bet there's a way I can make it at home. And so actually my husband Googled it because he really liked it too. We both have kind of bad allergies. And we basically just made our own medicine ball. It tastes pretty similar. So I'm drinking a lime cucumber hard seltzer from a New Orleans brewery. Awesome. That sounds fun. Hey, Deja. Hello, looking forward to the Enneagram Readathon coming up. Me too, I really am. I can't believe it's almost August. It's wild how fast the time has been going by this summer. I feel like summer's about to end and I can't believe that. So yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I have so many things I need to get in order for August because I'm going to start teaching in August. Not right away, but later in August. And so I just have a lot to do. And I'm like, oh no, my summer is almost done. Yeah, the medicine ball drink. For some reason, everywhere calls it medicine ball, except in Texas, they called it a cold buster, which is interesting. So I always refer to it as the cold buster, but medicine ball sounds better, way better. So it's super good though. Hey, how are you? We don't have that at Barnes & Noble cafes, sadly. Yeah. How limited is the menu at Barnes & Noble? Because I know they don't have everything, but is it a ton less drinks at Barnes & Noble? I need to go to the Barnes & Noble here in town. I was just thinking about this the other day. I still have not purchased any books since moving here. I got my book of the month, but I don't really count that as purchasing books here. And so I really need to go book shopping after I get paid because I want more books. It's been a while since I bought books and I want to treat myself and get some new books. I'm reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Nice. I know that everyone seems to really like that book. So I hope you enjoy it. The cover is stunning. Please share what you all will be reading tonight. I never had allergies and sinus infections until moving for college either. I've heard it's pretty common for later in life allergies, but I think it's also the sugar cane down here. Oh, that's interesting that it kind of comes on when you're older. Yeah, it's weird. I never had those issues when I was growing up, and now I have it so much worse. It's odd. The joys of getting older, I guess. Hi, Deja. What's your favorite genre fantasy books? What's your favorite genre fantasy books? Are you asking if that's mine? That is not my favorite genre. I pretty much only read horror and thriller books. I'm pretty limited with my reading taste, but I know that those are the books I'm really going to enjoy. And I feel like life is too short to try to like force myself to read a genre that I don't really get into. So yeah, it's not super limited. It's just some things like we don't have the brown sugar everybody loves. Oh, interesting. I've never actually gotten brown sugar in anything from Starbucks before. We don't have a lot of the crunchies they put in fraps, so we can do the basic version. My favorite is the Java chip Frappuccino, but I can't have dairy, so I get it with almond milk and no whipped cream, but it's still so freaking good. And it makes me so happy that their chocolate sauce is vegan, because a lot of places chocolate sauce actually has dairy in it, so I can't have it. So Starbucks makes me happy. I always get that order. Or I get a blonde vanilla latte because their blonde espresso is actually pretty good. I like it. I'm reading Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. We don't have the medicine ball. Yeah, that's a bummer. It's a good one. The brown sugar is a flavor. Oops. That makes sense. See, I'm not much of like a flavor coffee person. Like I like vanilla, but that's about it. And then sometimes like chocolate. So I don't know. It just depends. Like I like the chocolate syrup or chocolate. Yeah, it is syrup, I guess, from Starbucks. It's good, but I'm not much of a mocha person with like any other coffee shop. I don't know why. And oftentimes it has like dairy in it anyway. I feel like I'm not making any sense right now. I'm just like rambling. I feel so out of it. I think it's just because I feel under the weather. So excuse me tonight. What books do you want to buy? Oh, so many books. I want to buy so many books. I don't even know. Pretty much like everything that's on my anticipated horror and thriller book videos I want to buy. A lot of those would be pre-orders, but then like ones that I talked about that have came out already, I want to buy those. I'm trying to think of, I just ordered Velvet Was the Night. I just pre-ordered it by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and I am really excited for that book. That's coming out, I believe, on the 17th of August. So I just did pre-order that, but I want to go in person and kind of go to Half Price Books and get some things there. So, and then visit Barnes & Noble. We have a really, really nice Barnes & Noble. It's really, really big. So I'm reading The Remaking by Clay McLeod Chapman, just about 100 pages left. So definitely finishing tonight. Awesome. Very cool story about a witch urban legend recreated in a 70s movie, 90s movie, and podcast. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Hey there, just got back from the playground, so getting to bedtime routine. That's nice. What's your favorite genre, young adult books? This is a bot. Oh yeah, the mocha is literally powder and water. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because I like it better. I don't know. That makes a lot of sense. It's powder and water. Okay, maybe it's like lighter than other chocolate sauces. The blonde roast also, that's a bummer you don't have that one. I know they're out of it all the time. So I'm not editing this evening. I'm reading The Dragon Republic and outlining my 2 bullet journals for August. That's awesome. A lot of your July thrillers are on Kindle Unlimited. Ooh, that's really great. I actually don't have Kindle Unlimited, but I may get it. It depends. I might. Hello. I'm planning to listen to Depth of Winter by Craig Johnson. It's book 14 in the Walt Longmire series. Okay, so these are my options. So in the thumbnail, as you all can probably see, I have the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is a book I have really, really wanted to read for a while. And I know that it's kind of funny. Like it has some humor in it. So I think I actually may start with this one. I don't know. I just feel like I've been a little down, so I need some humor in my life right now, which is funny. It's a horror book as well, but it's about this group of housewives in the 90s, and they're getting together and reading like darker books that they're not supposed to like in society. And it sounds like a really fun time. And then someone comes and joins the book club, and it seems like he is a vampire. So that looks intriguing. And then I got on my Kindle The Stalker, which is on my anticipated thriller list for this month, actually. And I did see it was on Kindle Unlimited. I don't have Kindle Unlimited, so I got it for 99 cents. And this one is about a husband and wife who go to Ireland, basically like this remote island, and are staying there. And it seems like somebody's stalking them, or that the island it has like a history of it being possibly haunted. So I also am probably going to switch back and forth. It kind of just depends on my mood. But I'm thinking of starting the first sprint in a second. Let me just catch up on the comments really quick. I'm hoping Velvet Was the Night is an August book of the month. Yeah, I just went ahead and ordered it because I just need that book in my life as soon as it's released. But because I love Mexican Gothic, and yeah, I loved her writing style. I really need to read more of Silvia Moreno Garcia's work because I really enjoyed Mexican Gothic. The atmosphere was incredible. So yeah, not sure if I'm going to switch over to Razorblade, Tears of Goblin, or Tears Or, after I finish my book. You'll have to keep us updated. All right, I think I'm going to start the first sprint. Let me share my screen. Oh my gosh, I have way too many tabs open. Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling. 1 second. I didn't select share audio, so you wouldn't have been able to hear the sound. Where did it go? Classroom screen. Sorry, you all. I don't know why I am on my struggle bus right now. Where did it go? This is embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've got to reopen my window. I need to play the Jeopardy music really quick. It went away. I had it all set up before my reading sprint. And then it went away. Sorry. It almost sounds like there's thunder starting where I am, but it's bright outside. Okay, I'm going to start the timer and get the YouTube video pulled up. So the audio is not going to start quite yet, but I'm going to do that for you all in a second. But I will start the timer so you can start reading. Hello, welcome back. Sorry about that little blip. I got it pulled up and working pretty fast, but sorry about that. I started the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I'm reading pretty slow right now, so I only read about like 2 chapters. But I'm liking it so far. It already has that kind of humorous tone that Grady Hendrix likes, and I really like that in horror stories. So I'm liking it. Also, of course I love this cover, but I also love this bright, beautiful book. It's this lime green color. I just think it's nice when books under the sleeve look really nice. So yeah, it's really cute. And I'm enjoying it so far. Let me know how much you all read and if you're enjoying your books. I finished my medicine ball. It was really good. Let me pull up this comment. I was reading the remaking about 100 pages in and had to set it down for the vanishing half because it's due at the library. It's so good. But then I picked up 56 days. Need to go back and finish it. Yeah, I know how that feels when you're like reading too many books at once and then something's almost due. I'm doing that right now. I'm reading like 4 things at once. Probably shouldn't have started the Southern Book Club's Guide, but I just wanted to have a little humor in my reading tonight. So I'm glad I started it. Also, it's in my thumbnail, so it's nice to start the book that I'm advertising. Also, I decided, since the cover has this like fruit on it, the peaches, I decided to get this lemony bookmark from Read by Andy. It's super cute. It's perfect. And I also think this matches perfectly as well, the back of it with the orange. So I need to buy some bookmarks soon. I want to grow my collection. I have so many things I want to buy. I'm just in the mood to like have retail therapy and go shopping. I read 70 pages of the remaking, just about 40 pages left. Loving it, might be 5 stars. That's awesome. I love that feeling when you're reading and you know it's going to probably be a 5-star read. That is the best feeling, and hasn't been happening to me a ton recently. I feel like I have only had a few 5-star reads this year. So yeah, but I remember when I was reading They Never Learn, I pretty much knew from the very beginning that it was going to be a 5-star read because it just had pretty much everything I like in a book in it. And yeah, I loved that book so much. And then the House of Hollow was a 5-star read. That was one where I kind of had to wait a little bit longer to know that it was going to be a 5-star read for me. So yeah, I love that feeling though when you're like, I think it's going to be a 5-star. I read nothing. That's okay. That's totally fine. I'm thinking after these sprints, I'm going to just chill and watch a movie. I think I'm going to have a really busy day at work tomorrow. I'm kind of in the process of training, but training's going really, really fast because it's a small business. And so that's how it kind of needs to go. Everybody needs to take a lot of responsibility on very, very fast. So tomorrow is technically my first day that I'm not training, but I'm still definitely training. I'm still learning things. And there's a big event going on in the area. I don't know if anybody knows what CrossFit Games is, but it's like this championship where like a bunch of people from across the country come and compete in these like CrossFit competitions. And so that's happening in the Madison area. And so the coffee shop I work for is actually providing coffee for the big event. So tomorrow I'm going to be at the coffee shop, not at the event, but it may be really busy. So I think I need to do some relaxing tonight, and I'm feeling like watching a horror movie. Watching maybe a horror movie that I've already seen that I know I like. That way it's not like a disappointment. But yeah, I don't know which horror movie I want to watch. I'll have to think about that. Clay McLeod, I still don't know how to say this. McLeod Chapman has such unique plots to his books. That's awesome. I started the Southern Book Club's Guide and put it down until it was hot outside and forgot to actually pick it back up. Yeah, it's perfect to read in the summer. It's a really good summery book. Yeah, you'll have to pick it up again. I have about a half an hour left on my audiobook. I was listening to it while trying to decide my dorm room bed color scheme. Ooh, dorm room decoration is so fun. I don't know. You'll have to share what you come up with. I like the duvet I got, like the coloring I got for my freshman dorm. It was like a mix of like pastel-y colors and it looked really, really cute. I got it from Urban Outfitters. And then I got like some string lights. And then I remember I strung a bunch of like pictures along the string lights and also like put a bunch of pictures up on the wall. And then I had a cute tapestry. So that's so fun planning for a dorm room decor. So I hope you're having fun with that. And on the next sprint, you can finish your audiobook if you want to. I agree, Desiree. I picked this one up because I loved Whisper Down the Lane so much. This one is even better, though. I've been meaning to comment to you and Jordaline, look up my Amityville horror here on YouTube. It's the real son of the Lutz. I'm a huge skeptic, but I just find the history interesting. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. That's really interesting. Yeah, I need to look into more of like the true stories or like, I know that the Amityville is debatable if it's true or not. But like, I want to look into more the true stories behind some horror movies and horror books. It's really interesting, especially the Conjuring universe and stuff, like the real Conjuring house and stuff. I'm interested in that. So yeah, I'll have to look into that. So I think I want to start my next sprint now. Ooh, it's a documentary with the Sun and the original reporters. Yeah, I'll really have to check that out. That sounds really interesting. Yeah, that sounds like a good documentary. Okay, so I think I'm going to start the next sprint now. And yeah, have fun reading. Hello, welcome back. I read about, I don't know how many pages I just read, but total tonight I've read about 50 pages. And I have actually tabbed a few things, which I tabbed them in orange because of the book sleeve or the book cover thingy. So the dust jacket, I never know what to call it. But yeah, I tabbed a reference to the cult in Waco because I find it funny every time there's reference to Waco and the cult. It's like, yeah, I lived there. Not obviously during it, but I tabbed that. I also tabbed some funny things that I wanted to like be able to flip back to. And then also there's this part where the main character is saying that basically she lives in this safe environment and she craves a little danger. So her way to experience danger is reading true crime and her book club, which I thought was so fun and kind of like, I don't know. I love reading about danger in books too. So I liked it. So I tabbed it. So yeah, let me catch up on the comments. Sorry, I'm chatting a little bit less than normal today. I said in the beginning of the sprint, I'm not feeling the best. I think it's just allergies. It may be a little bit of a cold, but yeah, I'm not feeling awesome. So I think I'm just going to do one more sprint and then call it a night. But let's pull this up. Did you read The Night of the Mannequins? It's on my August TBR. I was wondering if you had thoughts on that one. Yeah, so I have not done like a wrap up since January, which is really bad. I really need to film wrap ups. I think what I'm going to do is just do like ranking and reviewing recent reads. And I think I'm going to split them up into 2 parts because I've actually read 40 books. So I'm thinking I'm going to talk about the I guess I'll divide 30 in half because I read 10 in January. So I'll talk about 15 recent reads and then the other 15 recent reads. But yeah, I'm going to share my thoughts more in depth on those videos and I'm hoping to film them very soon. I'm so behind on that. I don't know what happened. I just like got super behind and then kept putting it off. But yeah, I did actually read The Night of the Mannequins. I was really disappointed by it, unfortunately. I gave it 2 stars. I really wanted something out of it that it wasn't. So by the title, you would assume it's just about a mannequin, like creepy mannequins, and it kind of turned into something that wasn't exactly that. So I think there's a chance you'll still like it. I know some people liked it. I buddy read it with Joline and she liked it. I just didn't really like it. It wasn't for me. I wanted it to be kind of like that Twilight Zone episode where like the mannequins come alive at night and start like doing things at night, like walking around and stuff. I wanted it to be something like that, and it wasn't like that. So anyway, I know that there's a lot of conflicting thoughts on that one, and quite a few people were disappointed in it. So yeah. I never rewatch horror movies too much. You'll have to let us know what you pick. Yeah, I need to think about what I want to watch. I actually was just reading, so I wasn't thinking about what I wanted to watch. But yes, I will think about it and let you know. I just recently started rewatching some of my favorite horror movies because I want to rewatch them before I do a video recommending them, just to see if my opinions changed. And actually, my opinion did change on one of them. There's a French movie called Them or Il, and it was a home invasion movie, and I remembered really, really liking it. And then I rewatched it, and I was like, this isn't great. I wasn't so much about it anymore. So now I know that I don't want to recommend that in my video. I may kind of mention it and say that I used to really like it, but that my tastes have changed. I'm thinking, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I may want to rewatch Veronica. That is a really good movie. At least I remember it to be a really good movie, and I think it's still on Netflix. I also really want to watch The Descent, rewatch it. I loved The Descent. It's about this group of friends going splunking and anything involving isolation, isolated thrillers, isolated horror books. I'm all about. I love that stuff. I actually found a few kind of isolated setting horror books that are coming out in August that I talk about in my most recent video. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But yeah, it's about this group of friends and they're going into a cave and then obviously things go wrong and it's really, really good. I really enjoyed that. That's another foreign horror movie. It's kind of a theme. Horror that is foreign is usually a little bit better or a little bit scarier. Also, another foreign horror movie that I really want to rewatch is Wreck. I really liked it. There was a remake in America. I cannot remember what it was called, but I heard it was pretty bad, but the original Wreck is really good. So at least I remember it to be good. I need to rewatch it. That was a very long reply to that, but I'm interested in her answer. I've seen so many mixed reviews. I enjoyed it, but I would say just take it in for what it is. Let go of expectations. That's where I've seen people disappointed. Yeah, so like if I read The Night of the Mannequins and I didn't have the expectation of it being about mannequins and like very, I don't know, like that title just evokes an image for you, and it wasn't what that image suggests. It's very much, it goes off kind of. And the actual story was fine. You know, it was pretty good, but it let down my expectations a little bit. So yeah, I heard mixed things too. That's why I was wondering. But then again, I didn't like Home Before Dark, and it's a loved book overall. Thrillers, mystery, horror are a hit or miss. Yeah, I think I've heard a few other people talk about Home Before Dark not being for them. So it's just personal taste. I hope you like it. I love Night of the Mannequins, my favorite Stephen Graham Jones, but it definitely has mixed reviews. Yeah, for sure. I have been listening to Depth of Winter and knitting a pair of socks. That's cozy and fun. Just got your high. I am about to do my last sprint. I'm not sprinting as long as normal tonight because I'm not feeling awesome. But I want to do one more sprint. So thanks for joining. I finished the last 40 pages of the remaking, 5 stars, yay! Started on Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, a thriller that came in my Nightworms package. Ooh, that's awesome. I'm really tempted to like subscribe to Nightworms, but I have too many subscriptions already. I need to calm down on the money. But it's very tempting. I feel you. I loved Hairpin Bridge and people aren't happy with it, but the author knows how to write badass female characters you root for. Yeah, I still need to read that one. I also want to read Eye Shot by Taylor Adams too, because I've heard really good things about that from my friend Gio. So yeah, we'll see. Then the thing with Night of the Mannequins is I don't think the plot matters. It's about the imagery and the way the author brings you up close and personal with the main character. Yeah, that is true. There was a part that was like genuinely creepy and disturbing. I will say that. So yeah. I agree with your take that The Night of the Mannequins goes very unexpected. I loved what it did, but I also want the book that you described. Yeah, I want that book too. Go watch The Twilight Zone. I can't remember the name of it, but if you just look up like Twilight Zone mannequin episode, it'll tell you. I think all of the Twilight Zone episodes are on Amazon Prime Video, I believe, and it's really good. It's creepy. It's an OG. Feel better, Angel. Thank you. Ooh, finished your audiobook. Share your rating. I'm curious. I love Nightworms over the past year while I got into horror lit after loving horror film for so long to help me figure out what I liked. Now I know, so I'll probably unsubscribe soon. Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes it's like good to use a service, and then when it's done what it needs to do, then it's like time to unsubscribe. Save money. Okay, I'm going to start the next sprint, and then I'll continue answering comments. When I come back, I'll talk a little while longer and then call it a night. Hello. So I thought I was going to read and then I ended up not reading. So throughout the sprint, throughout the stream, I guess, I still only read like 50 pages of the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I still think that's an accomplishment because my brain is super foggy with how I'm feeling right now. And I'm just like not in a great reading mood. Like, I don't know. I just feel all cloudy with how I'm feeling physically, and it's like affecting my concentration. So yeah, I was actually looking up horror movies and what I want to watch after this. So I'll kind of share my thoughts with you all. But let me know if you were able to read and yeah, how it was for you. I hope you all were able to do something more productive than me. Hey, sadly, I'm going to be ending in a minute, but I'll still be chatting for a second. So I hope you're liking Lock Every Door. I wish I could re-experience that book for the first time. It was my first Riley Sager book, and the atmosphere was just so good in it. I loved it so much. Thanks for the sprints. Get some rest. Thank you. Be easy on yourself. I hope you're feeling better. I read about 50 pages of Razorblade, Tears and Skeptical so far. Oh, Razorblade Tears. Oh, I thought you meant you were crying. Okay, well, hopefully it gets better. I'll share what I'm thinking I want to rewatch. So I've watched all of these movies, and I went all the way through Amazon Prime's horror section, which took like literally 15 minutes. Like it was so much to scroll through. I'm thinking I'm either going to rewatch The Descent. What was the other one? Veronica. What am I doing with my fingers? The Descent, Veronica. Hereditary, maybe. Hereditary is probably too much for me tonight. It was such a good movie, but it was a little too much. Hell House LLC. That's like a documentary, like a fake documentary. I don't know. I can't tell what horror kind of mood I'm in. Like, am I in a found footage mood, or am I in like a paranormal mood, or what? Am I in a slasher mood? I don't think I'm in a slasher mood. I don't know. Do you feel me? Like sometimes I'm so indecisive. What do I want to watch? I know I want to watch a horror movie, but I don't know what kind. So I'll probably post on my story what I end up watching. I also got a letterbox, and I've been pretty good at this month about actually recording what I watch and when, because before this month, I hadn't watched movies in so long because I had been so busy and I had been like focusing on reading a ton since I started my BookTube channel. But, you know, I still want to be able to read or relax and watch movies as well. So I'm going to start sharing possibly on my channel what I watch in a month. Possibly. I will let you all know I pretty much only watch horror movies. This is no secret. But yeah, so I may start sharing. I'm not like a movie reviewer though. And I feel like I may sound a little dumb when I'm talking about movies because I don't know. Like I really like listening to Possessed by Horror, which is Sarah over here on YouTube, and she talks about like her favorite movies and stuff, but I'm definitely not as like, I don't know. She just knows what she's talking about a lot more than me. I would kind of be just very amateur, like sharing my thoughts of what I watched and what I liked about them, but I don't know. I'm considering kind of doing like monthly videos of what I watch, like if I watch horror and stuff. So I'm dabbling with that thought a little bit. I got 25 pages into 56 days. I hope you feel better. Get some relaxation time in. Thank you so much. I'm excited for that book. I really am. It'll be interesting to see how the pandemic is referred to in a book, as we have like kind of had a year before the first set of quarantine, or actually more than a year. Wow. Hereditary is a lot. I had to leave the theaters because I was crying so hard. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's emotional. It's a lot. Hell House LLC is kind of fun. I usually pick a random campy 70s or 80s horror if I'm not in a particular mood. Yeah, I watched a lot of campy stuff recently. Like I watched Friday the 13th. I watched Scream. What else did I watch? I watched something else that was I watched the Fear Street trilogy, which is kind of campy as well. So I'm kind of like a little camped out, if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel what you mean. They're very comforting. They're like comfort movies. I love Letterboxd. Do you share yours anywhere? I'm so new to it. Like, how do I even share? I think I'm just riveting reads on it. Let me see. Where'd it go? I like don't follow anybody. Like, I don't know how to use this thing at all. I just have my diary. It's just, so my name's Riveting Reads. So that's probably how you could find me. I should probably add a profile picture on here. I don't know if I'll be rating movies. I accidentally rated Fear Street 1978 3 stars. Didn't mean to do that. I can't undo it. Like, it's not letting me undo it. I feel like an old woman. I don't know why I can't figure this out. But yeah, everything else that I watched in like my diary, it shows. So if you look up Riveting Reads, I should just be under that. Looks like I don't have spaces between my name. But yeah, this month I watched Scream, all of the Fear Streets, The Strangers, The Conjuring, Friday the 13th, Them. I feel like I also watched something else and I can't remember what it was, but this is way more movies than I usually watch a month. Honestly, like over the past few months, I barely was watching movies. Yeah. Is it Yeah, it's Letterboxd. Is it Letterboxd? Is it like a plural? See, I'm such a newbie to this. If you like horror series, no one talks about Slasher on Netflix. Netflix. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. On Netflix. Season 1 is so-so, but season 2 and 3 are great. They're not related, but same actors. Ooh, Slasher. I'll have to look into that. So many things I want to watch. I also have some other like new horror movies that I really want to watch. I really would like to watch Run, I think it's called, and Promising Young Woman. And I also want to watch The Woman in the Window. I read the book. So I have a few things that's on my list right now. 56 days, they're wiping down wine bottles and takeout with antiseptic wipes. LOL. It's not overkill, though, about the pandemic. It feels just right so far. Man, I remember those days, wiping everything down. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. Oh. Yeah, as far as I can tell, you can't unrate something, but I'll follow you. I'm really looking forward to the fall because that's when I watch the most horror movies. Yes. I'm so looking forward to the fall. And this year, I'm so freaking excited because I'm actually in a northern state. So I'll actually have a fall. I'll see leaves changing. It'll get cold. I'll get to wear cute sweaters and like fall stuff. And I'm so excited for the fall. The summer in Wisconsin is like gorgeous, but I don't know, like something about the fall is just, it's just so good. Hiking in the fall, going to corn mazes in the cold, like it's just, it hits different, you know? It hits different. So, all right. I think I'm going to head out. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry I was a little off tonight with how I was feeling, but I had a good time hanging out with you all. And I look forward to next week. I'm going to have to find some fun ambiance. I have few things in mind. So, all right. Talk to y'all later.